Welcome back to GoldenGoose and my Team Builder Dynasty series that follows the South Canadian Wild Geese. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited but yet a little bit nervous for today's matchup. We're facing off against the University of South Florida in our first conference game in the American Conference. Kirk is siding with the Wild Geese for some odd reason. I think he's just trying to get on my good side at this point. But I don't think we're stacked up to win this game. Now, we did change our playstyle just a bit. We're going with a pro-style offense, keeping the 4-3 defense, 60% passing, 40% running. That's kind of our new style now, and we hope this new offensive playbook works. Goose Johnson just looked at his contract and sees that the target wins are 9 wins this season. He needs 8 more, and there's only 10 more games? It's going to be a really tough year for Goose Johnson. Here's how the conference is kind of shaking up after only a couple of games, really. Cincinnati's 2-1, Connecticut's 3-0, Temple's 2-0. There's only been one conference game really played, and that was by Cincinnati. They're 1-0, and SMU lost that game, so they're sitting towards the bottom of the American Conference. But this is a conference game. UCF, that's who we're taking. No, we're taking on USF. There they are, down here. This is who we're taking on today. Now, I mean, they're not leagues better than us. They're an 86 overall total squad. We're a 72. So, I mean, they're significantly better, but not leagues better. And I really narrowed down our recruiting board to 16 recruits. Right now, we got the lead on 4 of these guys. We have a 5-star athlete, a 4-star corner, and a 3-star tackle. And then also we have this 3-star guard, which we're barely in the lead for. But I've kind of adjusted my points. We want to get another athlete. He's a 5-star. I think we can get this guy. This halfback, the #1 halfback in the nation. We have a chance at this man. So we're tossing everything we can at these guys. And also we have a chance at this quarterback who's the #1 quarterback in the nation. We're second on his board right now. We're tossing everything we possibly can at him. And we just have great players that I think are going to build a great team. Now, we don't have any corners on this list, but we have a lot of young corners. And we have this one corner that we're currently winning. I would like a little bit more defensive line players, like defensive ends, defensive tackles. We're probably going to expand this list over time, but I really want to just try to get these 16 players, because if we can do that, if we can secure these 16 guys, we're going to be leagues better next year. We're going to be in the low 80s, especially after training, probably in the mid 80s even as a team, or at least the low 80s, and I just think all these players are great additions. New halfback, we got a couple of those guys we're recruiting. Free safeties, strong safeties. Obviously, tight ends are a concern for us, so we're going after 2 or 3 of those guys right now. So that's how our recruiting's shaping up. So without further delay, let's get into this game against the USF Bulls. They're 86 overall. We're 72 overall. We pulled off games like this last season. We can do it again. We have our confidence back, have a new offensive playbook. We're still sticking with Tom Barrett at quarterback, and just hopefully he can turn things around this week. Still not stacking up too well here. Only 12 points per game on average. That's pretty much dead last in the NCAA. We allow 26, which puts us in the middle of the NCAA. Now, what we have to watch from this USF team is their running attack. 183 yards per game. That's going to be deadly. We're going to have to watch for that. Their best players are their left defensive end, one of their wide receivers, and a defensive tackle. So a very good defensive line. We're definitely going to be passing today. But let's go down to the field as we're getting ready for our first American Conference game in Wild Geese history. This game is going to mean a lot for us on the season. It could help us improve to 2-1, 1-0 in conference, and it would give us a lot of confidence. Tom Barrett's just going to have to play lights out today. Our defense is going to have to step up. It's going to be a tough game, but I think the Wild Geese can do it. I'm confident in the changes we made in this bye week that we can come in here and get the W today. Here come USF, the Bulls out of the tunnel as they get ready to take on the South Canadian Wild Geese. This is a sold-out affair. Tons of people have showed up for this game. They're really excited to see what these Wild Geese from South Canada can do against their Bulls. The South Canadian Wild Geese get ready to take on USF at Raymond James Stadium. USF won the toss. They want the ball first, so we're kicking it off to them. Let's see what the Bulls can do. It's up, it's away, and it's deep into the end zone. Are they going to take it back? No, they're going to one knee. Now, we know they have a run game, and look at this. They've piled up on this is a giant jumbo set, and their halfback can't really get anything going. That's 1 yard, 2nd and 9. Trying to protect against that air attack right now. We don't want anything to go for easy yards, and there's House missing a tackle, but Herb Kirk comes through. Last week, he played absolutely dreadfully, but it's 3rd and 5. You got to play this line of scrimmage. Don't allow the easy pass. 3rd and 5. Jennings trying to stick on his man. They're going to get to the outside, but he drops it. 4th and 5, and they're looking to punt. The Wild Geese hold USF back. And Bernard Scruggs looking to take the punt back here. He's going to get one block, but can't quite escape that tackle. That could have been big. Nathan Quinn, last game had 16 carries, 91 yards. A bit of an improvement after the Alabama game. Looking to come out here today and run some good distraction. Now, after speaking with Goose Johnson this week, we can expect a lot more air attack from the Wild Geese moving forward this season. And it looks like they got someone to jump off side, so let's see who this is on. False start. Wild Geese back him up 5 yards. But as I was saying, we can expect a lot more passing from the Wild Geese this season, as Tom Barrett's not quite an option quarterback, not quite fast enough to be rolling out of the pocket, so they're really going to rely on his arm. And there's Bernard Scruggs getting across the 50 into Bulls territory. We can expect a lot more throws from the pocket from Tom Barrett, and a lot more beautiful passes like that to Harmon. That was a little dangerous, but he put just enough air under it. Now, after talking to Barrett this week, he stated he was a lot more comfortable with this new offensive playbook. Obviously, he admits he's a bigger boy in the pocket and really can't get out of there and scramble like Orlando Everett could. So he's happy to be able to stay in this pocket and deliver passes to these talented wide receivers he has. And it looks like he's squeezing it, but no, that's going to be picked off. Armstrong is there, and this could go back. No, tackle is saved. That's another turnover for Barrett. He is on the hot seat right now. We really can't see him throw many more of those, or he's not going to have the starting job any longer. Defense got a great stop last time. Let's see what they do here. The Bulls offense is pretty talented. It's going to be hard to keep holding these guys back all day, and there, they stuff the run. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. This Wild Geese defense looking pretty good today. They make a tackle, making it 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, you got to play that line. You cannot allow a first down here, and ooh, almost picked off that dropped pass. 4th and 6, another punt for USF. The Bulls are not having a hot season this year. They're 1-2 on the season. It looks like Bernard Scruggs is going to let this one bounce out of the end zone, and it does. The Wild Geese are coming off that very close win against Georgia State, a game that everyone thought was going to be a blowout in the Geese's favor. Just turned out to be such a close contest. There's Harmon dropping a completion. That's not going to get the job done. Now, when we spoke with Goose Johnson, the head coach of the Wild Geese, he said that Barrett is indeed on the hot seat. It's all really going to depend on how he performs today with this new offensive playbook. 3rd and 4 after a 6-yard completion to Jensen there. I think Tom Barrett, though, has a lot of raw talent. This kid just needs to be groomed by the right coach. And right now, I don't know if they have a good enough quarterback coach to groom this kid. He's very raw, but has a decent arm. Martin Morgan, though, gets the first down through the air, 1st and 10. As you may have noticed, they have not really ran the ball yet today. This team is now opting to be a full passing squad, but there's an 11-yard sack. Tom Barrett cannot take stuff like that. Now, they still do plan to run it at least 15 or so times per game. That's what I've been told. So we're just going to have to see when Nathan Quinn's going to get his first opportunity of the day. This one's lobbed over to Harmon. And Alfred Harmon, a 20-yard reception, 3rd and 1. Let's see if Nathan Quinn gets his first opportunity here, and he does. He's going to cut to the outside, find one, get a block, and get into Bulls territory. Under 1 minute to go in the first quarter. It looks like they're going back to the air. There's a little bit of play action. Not liking what he's seen. He's trying to scramble out. He's got an open man. He hits him. It's Roden. Roden gets the first down to the 31-yard line. It looks like Tom Barrett audibled out of a run here. A little bit of play action. Trying to deliver a strike to Harmon, who catches it, pushes his way inside the 10. Still going down to the 1-yard line. He broke 2 tackles to get down there. That tight end's looking amazing this season, and that's just a great reception. Great effort after the catch, too. Looks like they're going to the air here. Play action. And he's going to lob this one. Oh, it just gets in to Jaron Roden. That is a Wild Geese touchdown. And Tom Barrett's looking pretty good. 8 for 10 on the day, 118 yards. He has that TD, but he also has that pick. The Wild Geese looking to go up against USF 7-0, and they do. This kick is off, and it is very deep. I would be surprised if he took it out of the end zone, and he doesn't. The Wild Geese defense has 2 massive stops already against USF today. It looks like they have to audible out of something. Looks like they were in run protection. Now they switch to pass. Let's see how this goes after the audible. And they're playing the pass. They're trying to hold down everybody here. Oh, and that was almost picked off. He took a chance there. Justin Carter, 1 for 4 on the day. Not looking too hot. 14 seconds left in this quarter. I don't know if they're going to run the ball here, and it looks like they are. Price tries to fill the gap and does. 3rd and 5. After 1 quarter of play, the South Canadian Wild Geese lead in this contest 7-0 over the Bulls. 3rd and 5. They have to play this line here. They've stopped the Bulls so far today. You don't want to give them any momentum, though. And right to the outside, that's where their weakness is, and they're attacking it. Looking to run the ball here on 1st and 10. They get a block. Herb Kirk gets swallowed up, and they break a tackle. That's another first down. They're rolling now. Wild Geese do get the ball to start the next half, so if they can go up by 7 before the half, they could be up by 14 to start the second half. So that's what we're watching for right now. Wild Geese trying to send pressure. No one can get there. I thought that was going to be picked. That was a duck for sure. 2nd and 1. They're going to run it to the right side. Boyd Brooks tries to make the tackle, but that's still a first down. If they can hold them back from getting another first down here, they could have a chance, but Cox catches that one over the coverage, and they're down to the 16. This drive has not been going the way of the Wild Geese. Jennings tries to converge on the run and does. 2nd and 5. And it looks like they're running it again here, and it's going to be 3rd and 8 after a 3-yard loss. 3rd and 8, holding them to a field goal here would be huge for the Wild Geese. It looks like they're in pass protection, just trying to launch that first down line. They haven't been too good in the pass protection yet today, and that's another drop. 3 drops for the Bulls today. On 4th and 8, they're going for a 31-yard field goal. This should be pretty easy for the USF Bulls to make here and make it a 7-3 game. But then they're going to have to hold the Wild Geese offense back because you don't want to go down 14-3 and give the Wild Geese the ball back in the 3rd quarter. 2:46 left in this half, and they're kicking it off to the Wild Geese. Scruggs is going to take this one out of the end zone. That's pretty surprising. He could have got it down to the 25, but he gets there anyways. 2:42 in this one, and they're handing it off to Nathan Quinn. It's a pitch. He cannot beat this USF defense, though. They're faster than him. Jose Golden, we got to watch him, and look at this. A quick pass to Bernard Scruggs. He breaks one. Bernard Scruggs up the sideline down to the 47-yard line. Correction, they're at the 43-yard line. They have 7 first downs today. USF has been held to 4, and those were all on their last drive pretty much. They're really working the clock now, though. They don't want to give USF any time. Taking the snap, giving this one to Nathan Quinn, who's going to find his way to the outside. He's trying to outrun these defenders. He's not the fastest, but he gets down to the 24-yard line. Now, we've seen big leads blown by the Wild Geese in the past. They have to try to secure this touchdown and then go out and score in their first possession in the second half. And it looks like they're taking the snap with only 1 second left on the clock. They throw this one deep to Bernard Scruggs. He gets in, but did they leave too much time? A 25-yard strike for a touchdown. Looking to make it 14-3. 56 seconds to go in the half. After that interception, Tom Barrett's looking pretty good today. 14-3 for the Wild Geese. Let's go to a studio update, though, where we see North Carolina being destroyed by Notre Dame right now. 14-10. I guess they're not being destroyed, but there's 4:17 left in the first half. Notre Dame isn't even ranked anymore this season, even though they went on to the national championship last year. Things just aren't going right for them this season. And there's Beach kicking a deep one into the end zone. Is this one coming out? It is. Surprised to see this one come out, but they get the blocks. They get the blocks they needed. They get down to the 37-yard line. 51 seconds to go. 51 seconds. They do have 3 timeouts, so it's not like they need to rush down the field or anything. And, thought we could get in front of that one. Just couldn't quite make it. They stopped the clock. 47 seconds. 1st and 10. They have a man in motion, trying to get down into the end zone before the half. Price is going to lay the boom, keep them in bounds. They have to use a timeout. 2nd and 3. They're sending a little bit of pressure from the Wild Geese side. They're going to get to the outside and out of bounds, stopping the clock with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, playing this short passing game, and House brings them down. They use their 2nd timeout. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7, trying to prevent a touchdown here, and this one's deep and all the way out of the end zone. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. They're not quite in field goal range. This would be a very, very long field goal, and we tried to get in front of it. We saw that outside pass coming. They get another first down. 26 seconds on the clock. It's been a great drive for the Bulls. This just goes to show you that the Wild Geese really have to coven their lead. And it looks like they're going to run the ball here, and that is blown up. 3rd and 9. The clock is ticking. Trying to prevent a touchdown. That's all they care about here. And they catch that. It's 4th and 1. 8 seconds to go. This is a pretty short field goal, looking to make it 14-6 before the half. It's up, and it's good. Let's see if Bernard Scruggs can work the miracle here. Obviously, Dottie is not in the game right now. He's redshirted this season. Scruggs not quick enough. He had a great lane, got down to the 46. After half of football, though, South Canadian Wild Geese lead 14-6 over the USF Bulls. The Wild Geese get the ball to start this half. Let's see what they could do with a return here. They would love that last return back. And it looks like they get the block they wanted, trying to get out to the 25 and can't. 22-yard line. This USF team is so fast. They're so good against the run. It looks like, Tom Bear throws up a big one, and that's going to be intercepted by Stone, killing the potential lead they have. And Miller lays the boom down at the 34. Tom Barrett might be coming out of this game. He's had a solid game, 10 for 13, but 2 interceptions. That could really cost his team. He had 3 against Georgia State. First down and 10. USF has great field position here, throwing it to the sideline. Did he step out and come back in, though? I think he might have, but they're not going to call it against him. And it looks like this is a running situation. A little bit of an audible from the Wild Geese side on defense. Trying to bring a little bit of pressure, and it works. Herb Kirk misses the tackle, though. 2 guys missed the tackle, 3rd and inches, trying to hold them to 3. 3rd and inches, a stop here could be huge. House fills the hole, Kirk makes the tackle, but it's a first down. Under 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, the USF Bulls are moving this ball very well on this drive, and that's a big 9-yard carry. 2nd and 1, they throw a short pass, and this could go for 6. They stop him at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, they would love a stop here. To the corner of the end zone, and almost in. 2nd and goal from the inch mark. Can the Wild Geese get some pressure here on the run game? And no, he's going to walk in. Looking to tie things up with a 2-point conversion here. Got a man in motion, going for the 2 to tie things up here. It is a passing play, and it's an incomplete pass. That's great. I think if the Wild Geese go down and score a touchdown, they should go for 2 to try to make it a 10-point game. Let's see what they do here. Scruggs takes it back out of the end zone. Not smart. Hasn't been smart all day doing that. Down at the 15. Giving this one to Nathan Quinn, who's going to bounce outside and not find anything. 2nd and 10. We got to see Tom Barrett come out here and do something big. Throws it up and over to Jose Golden. Jose Golden's got a small hole, and he finds his out to the 36-yard line. 9 first downs for each squad today, so both offenses looking pretty solid. 2 turnovers, though, for the Wild Geese. Their quarterback just needs to be brought in a little bit. Thompson is going to find himself a reception and 3 yards. If you'd erase those interceptions off Tom Barrett's stat sheet, he'd look so good right now. I mean, pro caliber even. Throwing this one out to Bernard Scruggs, who catches it. That was a beautiful ball. I'm telling you, this kid's got raw talent. Just needs to get a little bit better awareness. Tom Barrett goes back in the in the pocket and throws it to Morgan. It's incomplete. I'm stuttering over everything right now. 2nd and 10, closing in on field goal range here. Obviously, they don't want to just settle with a field goal, but it's already good to know that they're close to getting points. There's Jansen powering his way through 2. Can he make it a 3rd down to the 16? He refuses to go down. Just a beautiful display of athleticism there. Catching this ball, taking a hit, running right through it, running through a 2nd, and then the 3rd man in pursuit gets him down, but he still extends himself and gets extra yards. Looks like they're looking to run here, but I think USF is onto it. I'm sensing an audible. Sounds like they're trying to change things up. They don't like this look. It doesn't look very good for them. They're sending some extra men here, some extra pressure. Tom Barrett's going to make a big mistake, almost intercepted. The pressure got to him. He just threw it up. That would have been a pick 6 for sure. Tom Barrett, if he wants to keep his job, he's just going to have to calm down here. He's taking the snap. He's going to get this one off to Harmon, who drops it. He sensed contact coming, and he let go. 3rd down and 10. I mean, honestly, you'd go for 3 here if they don't get it, but they do. Jose Golden, a 17-yard touchdown reception. Tom Barrett has 3 touchdowns on the day, 2 interceptions. He's just got to clean up the interception game. I'm telling you, this kid's raw talent. Now they can go up by 9 here or go up by 8. What do you do in this situation? Goose Johnson, their coach, has some balls of steel. They're going to go for it here and hope to go up by 10, maybe solidifying a win for the Wild Geese. And it looks like Tom Barrett is looking. He's trying to find someone. He's going to pinch it to Golden. Golden gets in. Jose Golden. He catches it literally with a man on his back. Beautiful focus. That's why this man's one of the favorite on the team. And they go up by 10, 22-12. This kick is up and away. It's a deep booming kick, but just 1 yard inside the end zone. They're definitely taking this one out. Herb Kirk trying to spread the coverage here. Carr's going to bring him down at the 26. 1st down and 10, and they are running here. Baldwin brings the guy down. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5, and it looks like they're playing some pass defense here on the Wild Geese side of things. Trying to make sure that this easy completion's not there, and he throws it away. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. If they can get a stop here, that would be huge. And they throw to the outside. Bryant tries to make the hit, but they get the 1st down by just a yard. Brooks makes the hit. He was the 2nd leading tackler last year for the NCAA. Nice tackle, 2nd and 10. At the end of 3 quarters, the Wild Geese lead 22-12 in a game that's looked pretty good by Tom Barrett. He has 2 interceptions, but 3 touchdowns. It looks like he's learning slowly but surely. If they give him time to blossom, I'm sure he's going to be a great QB. 2nd and 10, the Bulls badly need a score on this drive. They can't wait much longer. Let's see what happens here. They're waiting forever to snap it. It is a running play, and they're not going anywhere. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, what you would feel is a passing situation here for the Bulls. They need this first down. They need these scores. Price is keeping up on him. It's a sack! Sacked lunchtime, baby! And that is Clark Newell with his first sack on the season. 4th and 14, they're punting it away. There's not a lot of time left on the clock. The Wild Geese lead by 10. Obviously, the Bulls have all 3 timeouts, but if the Wild Geese can get on the board at all, I think that's close to putting this one away in favor of the Wild Geese. Bernard Scruggs taking this one, trying to take this one back, makes a man miss. Down to the 45-yard line after a 15-yard return. 21 pass attempts today, only 5 rushing plays. I mean, Nathan Quinn can't be too happy, but now he's definitely going to get the rock a bit here. Nathan Quinn takes it up for only 2 yards, gets caught from behind, and that's going to keep the clock moving. Again, the Wild Geese are looking to give this one to Nathan Quinn, and it's blown up in the backfield, 3rd and 10. They're 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions today. Let's see what they do here. The Wild Geese take the snap. That's Tom Barrett looking for Jose Golden. He's got him, and he's got the first down after a 14-yard reception. Fullback fake, halfback toss. Can Nathan Quinn find any yards here? Can he beat them to the outside edge? He does. He finds 10, 15, almost 20 yards on that carry. And the Bulls use a timeout. Tom Barrett calling all sorts of audibles, trying to find Nathan Quinn running lanes in the defense. And he did his job. He finds 7, 2nd and 3. They haven't really used the running game too much today, but it's working on this drive where they really need it. And Nathan Quinn almost broke one for a touchdown, 9 yards. And that's the Bulls' last timeout. Giving it to Nathan Quinn again. He's got a lane up the middle. He's trying to fight his way into the end zone. Falls about half a yard short. They have the box stacked. They don't want Nathan Quinn to get in. But you best believe Nathan Quinn wants in today. He's going to fight his way forward and find the end zone, making them go up 28-12 over the Bulls. This is such a great game for the Wild Geese. They really established the pass and the run here today, and the pass opened up the run, I feel. 29-12. Let's go into a studio update. Looks like North Carolina ended up falling to Notre Dame. This is going to help Notre Dame's rankings, and this is only going to hurt North Carolina. 1 minute, 18 seconds to go. We're booting this one deep to USF. Can the Bulls do anything with this last drive of the game? It's a 17-point differential right now. Obviously, the Bulls aren't coming back. They have no timeouts, only 1 minute 18 to go. But this is for pride here. Let's see if the Wild Geese can hold them off. Their defense been okay all day, so let's just see what happens here. They're going to throw that short one. They'll allow that to happen all day. Clock is ticking, trying to get down to the 1 minute mark. Quarterback's a little hesitant to snap that ball. Wow, they get that one to Barry. That was a quick throw. Oh, wow, they get another one to Barry, but he drops it. 2nd down and 10 to go. The Bulls just trying to score for pride here. That is a quick whip out. Bryant's going to make the hit, though. Knock him back, and Price makes the tackle. 3-yard gain, 3rd and 7. And they're trying to seal this up. This game could be sealed for good. 4th and 7. This Wild Geese team came into their first American Conference game like, hey, we're here and we're looking to make some noise in this conference this season. Oh, we were on him like glue, and he drops it. I think if you're a Nathan Quinn fan here, you want to see him get this ball 1 or 2 more times in this game. And they're gonna try to please Nathan Quinn here with an 11-yard carry. He had just over 90 yards last week. He has just over 80 yards today. Let's see if he can crack 100 here. There's 28 seconds. They're letting the clock tick away. I mean, they're not trying to move the ball down for a touchdown. Nathan Quinn's going to lose 4 yards. Nathan Quinn trying to take this one to the outside. Does he have the speed to beat all these men? He does. He's looking pretty good out there. That's 8 yards. And Goose Johnson's going to call a timeout for Quinn. 88 yards on the day. He needs 12 for 100. This is just Coach Goose Johnson being a nice coach to his running back, who hasn't had a lot of love this season. He's not going to get much there. 89 yards on the day, and that's the end of the game. The South Canadian Wild Geese beat the USF Bulls in great fashion. Tom Barrett, 16 for 22, 275 yards, and 3 TDs, was player of the game. He did have those 2 interceptions, but I'm saying this kid's got raw talent. I think over this season, he's definitely going to shape up, and next year is his junior season. That's when we're going to see him truly shine In this game, we saw Tom Bear throw 22 passes, 72% completion percentage, 275 yards, 3 TDs. He was sacked once, threw 2 picks, but this kid's only a sophomore. I mean, if he blossoms this year, works hard, gets some experience, he'll be in his low 80s, mid 80s next season, and he'll probably be a decent QB. Rushing-wise, Nathan Quinn, 89 yards, averaging about 6 yards per carry, pretty much the same as last week with 1 touchdown. Looking pretty great, a workhorse out there. Scruggs, 4 receptions, 101 yards, and a TD, 33 was his lawn. Alfred Harmon had 3 receptions, 69 yards with a 31-yard lawn. Jose Golden, 3 receptions, 50 yards, and a TD. And then Jaron Roden had 2 receptions for 1 touchdown as well. Great game through the air. Defensively, again, Boyd Brooks gets it done, has the most tackles on the team, 8. Kirk down here again with only 3. He's not seen a lot of action this season, and he's missing some tackles. Clark Newell had the only sack for the team today. It was a good one, though. Wild Geese cruise. South Canadian slams USF 29-17. 29-12 by 17. And looks like we have a recruit ready to visit, a left tackle. Okay. And in our next matchup, we're taking on Cincinnati, which is a really good team. They finished in the top 25 last season. They won a big bowl game. You know, we won a bowl game, but we didn't win a big one like they did. And if we look at the matchup here, I mean, they're not much better than us. They're only probably like 10 overall better than us, and it is in the Igloo. But still, Kirk is going with Cincinnati, so beating them will go a long way towards 1, being on top of the conference, and 2, probably heading towards the top 50 in ranking. Here's how our recruiting's looking now. We still have all 4 of these prospects. We're trying to close in on some of these guys right now. We've offered scholarships to all these top recruits that we're going after. I mean, we're just trying to make up some distance right now. We might have to see if there's any scholarships we haven't offered. No, it looks like everyone has a scholarship offer. We're behind 2,000 on this man, but still 3rd on his board, 4th on this guy's board. I mean, we already have a top halfback that we're recruiting, so I think we're going to remove this prospect and maybe toss more points on some of these guys we're still trying to get right now. Obviously, this quarterback, he's falling further down our board right now, but we want to toss everything we can at this guy. I mean, this free safety as well. We're just behind him on the Wisconsin side of things, so let's go to 500 on him, increase some points on this tight end, just try to get him into our school. And that's what it's all about. Get these fullbacks in here. We need a better fullback. That would be great for running. This middle linebacker we're really close on. I think we're going to toss some more points his way. Just let these guys know we're watching, we're paying attention, we care. This wide receiver, we're going to toss up 500 on him. And this looks pretty good. So we have 75 points left. I think we can toss the rest on this middle linebacker. I mean, we just want to try to get these 15 recruits. If we can do that, it's going to be a long stretch, though, for some of these guys being down almost 2,000. But we are number 2 on these guys' boards, number 3 on this one. We're just trying to get them to commit right now. Obviously, only 4 prospects committing is not going to be good enough to get things done next season. If we can get 10 of these guys, that would be great. Then in the offseason, hopefully get a few more recruits. It's just going to be a big toss-up, to be honest. But we do have this tackle ready for a visit. So let's try to schedule a visit for him and see what would be a great time for him to come visit. I mean, it looks like we have a halfback and a quarterback visiting this week against UConn. So let's have him come here too. That UConn game will be a huge one. We have 10 visits scheduled right now. My God, this is going to be very interesting. So many of these prospects are ready to come out and visit. I just hope that their visits go well, and then maybe we'll have a chance to secure these guys. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Merry Christmas to all of you and all who celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, happy holidays. Hope you're having a great day. But until next time, guys, peace out.